It doesn't require material in this game. Mechanics of luksong tinik. Two players serve as the base of the tinik by putting their right or left feet together. A starting point is set by all the players, giving enough runway for the players to achieve the higher jump, so as not to hit the tinik. Players of the other team start jumping over the tinik, followed by the other team members. Stones, sleepers, trees, and etc. used for their base markers as one of the materials. Mechanics of agawan base. There will be two bases. Each base has equal members. Mark your base with the base markers. Assign a member to guard your base. To capture the opponents, you must tag them. The captured opponent will be the other team's prisoner. To steal the base of the opponent and win, you must touch their base. Stretchy garter are needed in this game. Mechanics of 10-20. One pair faces each other from a distance and has the garter stretched around them in such a way that a pair of parallel lengths of garter is between them. The members of the other pair then begin doing a jumping or routine over the garter while singing a song. Each level begins with the garters at ankle height and progresses to higher position, with the players jumping nimbly of the garter while doing their routines. Marbles are needed in this game. Mechanics of Holland. This game is where players should hold the ball called Holland in their hand, then throw it to hit the player's ball out of the playing area. Whoever obtains the most marbles wins the game. Players can also win the game by eliminating their opponents by aiming and hitting his marble. Players need to be very accurate to win. Water and chalk are needed in this game. Mechanics of buwan-buwan. Players draw a circle on the ground representing the moon and must stay inside this circle. Meanwhile, one player acts as the bakunawa, the mythical giant sea serpent who would eat the moon. He may not enter the circle but must touch another player who is inside it in order to switch places. Pair of coconut shells and rope are needed in this game. Mechanics of sangkayaw. Each team is composed of 10 to 12 players. At a given signal, the first player of each team walks with his coconut shell towards his goal line. Upon reaching the goal line, he turns around with his stilts and returns to the starting line. The second, third, fourth after the last player will do the same. The first team to finish the race wins. A team whose player walks more than 2 steps after a fall will be disqualified. A team whose player falls twice is disqualified. Pair of bamboo stilts are needed in this game. Mechanics of kadang-kadang. At the signal get set, the players stand at the starting line with their stilts. At the signal go, the players mount their stilt and start walking. The first player that reaches the finish line without getting off the stilts win. A player lost if he gets off the stilts twice before reaching the finish line or gets off the stilt after 2 steps. 10-meter bamboo pole or any branches of tree and red flag are needed in this game. Mechanics of palasebo. The first climber will position himself at the foot of the pool while other participants stand behind him and wait for the chance to show their individual climbing skills. The first participant will scamper up the pool using only his bare hands and feet to try reach the flag as fast as he can. 2 pieces of stick are needed in this game. Mechanics of Shuttle. The two teams now decide on the initial hitters by playing Jack and Poi game. Whoever wins become the initial hitters. They take their stand behind the furrow or at the base, while the pitchers positions themselves a few meters opposite the base. The hitter's first player now proceeds to start the first level, second level, and third level of the game. Washer is needed in this game. Mechanics of Sipa. The Sipa is then thrown upwards with the player tossed using their foot. The player must not allow the Sipa to touch the ground by hitting it several times with their foot, and sometimes the part just above the knee. The player must count the number of times that he was able to kick the Sipa. The one with most number of kicks wins the game. There are no material needed in this game. Mechanics of Luksong Baka. At the start of the game, there should be one player called Taya. The player should avoid contact or failing over the Baka player while jumping over. The Baka player should start with a bed kneeling position. All players are to jump over the Baka until all the players have jumped. Water or tubig, chalk, charcoal, or tape are needed in this game. Mechanics of Patintero. A time limit of 2 minutes is given to each team to score. Once the limit elapses, the line guards assume the position of the passer and vice versa. Passers are supposed to cross the lines from the starting point and back. 4 line guards are positioned on the vertical line and 1 on the horizontal line of the court. Their feet always be on the line. Line guards tag the passer with powered hands. If any passer is tagged, the line guard immediately assumes the position of passer even if the 2-minute limit has not elapsed. Mechanics of Bahay Kubo. They are split into pairs with each pair facing each other. Members from both pairs face the center. Each pair then does a hand clapping or routine while singing Bahay Kubo or Leron Leron Sinta. In the middle of the song, each pair exchanges routines with the other. Mechanics of Taguan. Decide among the group who is the first 8. The 8th person gets to decide a base, and from there, he or she closes his or her eyes while counting to 60. After the countdown, the 8th person will start to find the other players. If he or she located a player, he or she will shout the name of the person seen, then touch the base. Then the person will be the next 8. Hiding players can save themselves by touching the base while the 8th person is looking. Once they save themselves, they cannot be called.
Ria! Brian!
Empty can and sleepers are needed in this game. Mechanics of Tumbang Peso. Players must have sleepers to hit the can precisely. The 8 must never go to the player zone unless he or she will tag a player without sleepers. Players must never go to the 8th zone unless he or she throw the sleepers. Players must throw the sleepers or else he or she will be the 8 in the next round. The 8 will take the can 3 times if every player misses the can and no players are in the player zone with his or her sleepers. And the 8 will never tag a player if the can is knocked out.